Todd, President Hansen, Peru State College, faculty, administration, and alumni. I tell you what, I really should have paid better attention in speech class. You know, one thing I did, I just thought about this after Cornelia spilled water on me. Kind of made me relax a little bit. But one thing they teach you in speech class is that, you know, if you're nervous, which I am, imagine your audience in their pajamas. So, you guys, you know what? Victoria's Secret models have nothing on you guys at all. Okay, so anyway, to be honest, I really have been stressing out a little bit about this speech. And, you know, I kept telling myself, why do I have to get up there? Don't they know runners are introverts? Why do I have to give a speech? And then, my dad shared some words of wisdom with me. He said, Shari, settle down. He said, you don't have to give this speech. He said, you get to give this speech. So, you know, don't you hate it when parents are always right, no matter how old you are? First of all, I need to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for this very prestigious honor. And a special thank you to Ray Graves, who championed my nomination. To be recognized by this group of very distinguished people and an institution I revere just leaves me incredibly humbled and very grateful. So thank you very much. I love seeing all the faculty and the administration here. It's just amazing some of the stories we've heard. You know, after Athletic Director Schneider, is it Schneider? I'm sorry. You call it what?
You call it whatever you want.
Oh.
Can I pronounce you?
Anyway, after he called me and we had a nice conversation, told me I was selected for the Hall of Fame, I went out to the Bobcat website and took a look at some of the other nominees and the company I'd be joining. And as you'd expect, they're highly decorated athletes, incredible coaches, founding administrators, and outstanding teams. Today we're celebrating 5 individuals, and congratulations to Bonnie, Jeff, Tamir, and Brad. Sorry if I'm not looking in the right place here. But I'd actually like to suggest that mine should be designated as a team accomplishment. Now, you might argue that running is about as individual a sport as can be, but I beg to differ. Of course, leading that charge would be my coach here at Peru State, Dr. Dennis Obermeyer. And I don't think Dr. Obermeyer is here today, but you know, Coach saw things in me that I could never imagine. In high school, I was a successful 800-meter runner. That was my comfort zone, and I ran nothing beyond the 800 meters. I thought that distance running was seriously boring and unnecessarily painful. As probably many of you do. I was absolutely over the moon when Coach Obermeyer offered me a track scholarship, but I was equally alarmed when he included cross country. That's a 3-mile race, seriously? Well, I reasoned this out, thinking that I needed the tuition money, and he needed the runners. And while I thought this was total bribery, I thought, well, you know, I can do this. My infinite wisdom of a 17-year-old, I thought, well, I can just go jog around, hang out with the cool kids on the team, bide my time until track season and collect my scholarship money. Well, oddly, Coach had different ideas for me. Didn't share my vision. I remember we had a crazy hard workout one day, and I was completely spent before we were done. And I whined back at Coach, saying, "I'm trying," and he barked back, "You try harder." He said, "Try harder." And then I remember he turned to one of the assistant coaches and said, he whispered, he said, "She's so much better than this." He was right, and his words completely resonated with me. That moment, I used that as a launching pad for me to get my heart into the game. Thanks, Coach, for helping me get brutally honest with myself, dragging me out of my comfort zone, and unlocking my potential. And oh yeah, sometimes Barbie really does work. My pre-state track and cross-country teammates are a huge part of this award. Our team was made up of talented, competitive, hardworking, and caring individuals. To a person, they were not just gifted athletes, but incredible human beings. There are several here tonight that I need to recognize. Leroy Behrens and Diana Dyer Behrens. Thank you for being there for me through some especially difficult times and for letting me be part of your lives. Don Strecker. Now, how cool is it when a former Bobcat takes it upon himself to publish multiple articles in the Columbus Telegram about your running success. It's just so cool. Very heartwarming. Thanks, Don. You guys are not like family. You are my family. Thank you. You know, I'm still running quite a bit. People ask me that all the time. It's just part of my fabric, part of my life. I still train hard every day and compete on weekends. It's not unusual for me to get up at 3 in the morning on a Saturday, drive 3-4 hours to run a road race. From Omaha to Lincoln, Nebraska City to Hamburg, to Hooper and Wilbur. This whole process might seem silly to some, but the memories created and the friendships cemented have enriched my life beyond anything I could ever imagine. Now, while those smaller races are certainly more fun and they bring family into it, the prominent races brought sense of achievement. Looking back at making NAI Nationals, to winning Corporate Cup, to winning the 5K in my age group at the Nationals, to being ranked first in the United States and 15th in the world, now the Peru State Hall of Fame. An amazing journey for a girl from the tiny town of Silver Creek who didn't even have a track. I couldn't even dream this big. And we did this together. A few thank yous here to Ashley and Heather, my amazing stepdaughters, Trent and Ben. Thank you for sharing this special day. Thank you for your unwavering positive support, for fighting over my race t-shirts, and for teaching me to relax a little. To my husband, Ken, over here. You know, when I married Ken 21 years ago, nowhere was running in his wheelhouse. He was a football and baseball star and didn't get this whole running thing. Let me tell you, he made a huge turn after the Schuyler Labor Day race. When I walked in the door with my first place award, you should have seen his gigantic smile. No, not a massive trophy or a shiny new medal. They gave me a cooler loaded full of porterhouse steaks. He was on board. He was on board. Ken, thank you for your constant encouragement. Thank you for all the times you dropped me off and picked me up because I wanted to run a different route. Thank you for buying my running shoes in bulk. For your patience while I fit a run into every day. For tolerating my bunions. For bragging about my endeavors. Thank you for celebrating my wins and picking me up when I didn't. This and all, so much more makes me so glad that you're my husband. You know, when you grow up in a large family, which I did, siblings have a very unique way of bringing out your natural competitiveness, keeping you grounded, while challenging you to be better in every way, shape, and form imaginable. Thanks to Randy, Dwayne, Tracy, Judy, Kelly, and Lenny for being supportive, being my cheerleaders, and just being my family. I always want you to be proud to say, she's my sister. So my parents instilled determination, discipline, and a strong, sorry if this is getting long, I hope it's not, almost there. My parents instilled determination, discipline, and a strong work ethic in each of us. And I'm so grateful for that upbringing. We know those qualities translate into athletics and well beyond them. The inner strength my mom has to have had to raise 7 very active kids is beyond me. It wasn't always easy. Who am I kidding? It was never easy. I thought she was pretty well going to kill us the day Randy and I had a full-on tomato fight in our white kitchen. Yeah, we were those kids. Yeah. To this day, she still comes to my races with her camera in hand. She still cuts out race results to show me, see, you're still faster than those girls. Thanks, Mom. Again, sorry about the kitchen. That brings me to my dad, Tony. Since I was a little girl, I was always motivated to make my dad proud. Whether it was being brave as he took the training wheels off my pink bicycle, getting good grades, making strong moral decisions, or winning races. To get Dad's approving smile, or see that twinkle in his green eyes, was absolutely as good as it could get. I wanted to be just like my dad. I majored in computer science and subsequently had a successful career in IT, simply because he took his curious little daughter to work with him at Union Pacific and showed her all about the computers he worked on. My dad couldn't be here in person tonight. You see, he became an angel 5 years ago when the cancer took him away. I know he's watching today. with his Crew State cap on and simply beaming. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for everything. We miss you. You know, not long ago, my husband asked me, what do you think about when you're out there running? You're out there for so long. What do you think about? And I thought about it for a moment, and I told him, you know, pretty much the same thing you guys think about when you go to work. Can I go faster? Should I take a shortcut? Do I have enough gas in the tank? Is that minivan going to swerve? Is it going to rain on me? What's for dinner? You know, what I didn't tell him, though, was there are times I hear voices. And, you know, I'm not talking about the run, Forrest, run voices or Blondie off the street already. I'm talking about the voices I hear are more like, try harder. Get out of your comfort zone. You're better than this. That's my race t-shirt. How does she still do it? She's my wife. And then, if I'm lucky, I'll hear the train whistle. And my dad and I get to talk. So in closing, this is definitely a marquee moment in my life. It's the culmination of years of hard work and dedication, but I do something I absolutely love to do. I get sheer joy out of running. Whether voluntarily or not, you've come along for the ride. Now, if I mentioned you, please stand up. Mom, my brothers, sisters, please stand up and be recognized. Now, if you're with one of these, or came for me, please stand up as well. Betty, Rich, stand up. I just want to tell you that you are my pack of angels. Following me, pushing me, pulling me, guiding me. You played a pivotal role in making this journey special, making it fun, and making it a success. Each of you own a piece of this team award. Each of you own a piece of my heart. Thank you from the bottom of it.